This week on And You Don't Stop, we follow up our conversation from Los Angeles with liberation photographer Pocho1, and we got some more of that rooftop live performance at Boogie Mike's from Chris Rivers.
When Homeboy Industries came into my life, I was struggling. I was kind of breaking up with my wife. I was off and on drinking. I couldn't stay sober. Using a lot. I was struggling. I was trying to become this man that I always wanted to be, but I just couldn't get to him.
Everyone gets that shot, right? And so when he was here, he started to fall back a little bit, and I can see that. And being that I'm a fellow artist myself, and I will use that camera as a lens, right? I will use his camera as a metaphor to help him see life clearly. At one point, I remember saying, "You're hiding behind that lens, bro." So you're hiding behind the lens. Let us get a little deeper in there and see what's really going on with your life. And that's important because, you can take these beautiful pictures, but if the inside's not taken care of, those pictures might not mean anything.
February 12th of last year, I walked up into rehab. I came here, like I said, to save these fools, to help these homies, and these gangsters, prostitutes, and criminals saved my life, you feel me? And that's what this place is about. It's about having your life saved every day by your community, this community of kinship.
I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed with Pocho. Since the moment he came and I started to see his work, I saw what he was trying to capture. That different perspective, those tender moments between a former gang member and their child. A moment between Father Boyle and one of the homies that we serve here. To try to bring a human face to the former gang member, which a lot of the world doesn't want to see.
Sal Pocho has been working here for a while, and it's been great to bring him now, incorporate him as a senior staff part of our team here, where he captures images that soften perhaps the prevailing cultural disparagement of this population. So he has a lot of pictures of homies with their kids and homies kind of laughing and enemies embracing. I mean, he's amazing. He's able to capture, quite well, and spontaneously.
Father Greg is the one. That's the one where I got. He says, "No, look at this picture. Look what he caught," and then he explains the picture, and then you start to go in depth in the pictures that he's taking, and you say, like, dude, people don't take pictures like this. They don't understand the moment that they're capturing. And then you're like, oh shit. Like, I get what you're saying. Hold on. Let me look at his pictures now.
This place was not built by a bunch of suits and talking about how they're going to help gang members. This was just asking homies what they needed. It started with jobs, then school. We have our own high school. It's a learning work. So for the younger homies, we have our own cafe because the homegirls need help too, And it was built by homegirls. There's also men there working too, but it's established by the women because they needed help too. We have the Homeboy Bakery. We have silkscreen and embroidery where we create our own clothes and we slang them out. We have the cafe at City Hall where the mayor's at. We have a cafe at LAX and American Airlines. And so if you're ever at American Airlines, check us out. I remember a lot of homies only seen gang pictures of them, And in my work at USC, it's like a long term, but I move students and people from self-defeating resistance to transformative resistance using a pedagogical tool, which is my camera. So I move them. In all resistance, there's agency, the act to do something, and if you can redirect that into transformative resistance, then self-defeating. Gangbanging is self-defeating. Transformative is Homeboy, and all the homies, they had agency to do something. The system's messed up. I'm gonna live free for 10 years, and then I'll be a slave or I'll be dead. But I'm gonna live free, regardless of how problematic how they live. If you redirect all that energy into transformative, what we're doing here, then you're working with something. You can change the world like that. And that's what liberation photography is about, and what I'm trying to do every day here at Homeboy.
have you noticed any of like the gentrification going on in the Bronx as far as like housing goes and like people moving in? What are your thoughts on that?
I think they gradually try to move minorities out and move the rich in, and but they've done studies like if you take the minorities out and then you move them to different locations and you try to squeeze them out and then a whole other area becomes bad and then they kick them out of that area. Like, so it's a bunch of just, I mean, it's wrong at the same time, but I mean, we as a people, we got to unite and we got to think positively, we got to think progressively, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop attacking our fellow man and start trying to progress with one another, not be on top and competing with each other all the time. So I really think it's just a matter of unity and realizing that perspective, but it's hard to think that way when you're growing up out here and the only way you're going to eat is if you sell that rock or if you hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to break out of that contest mind state, but once you do and you think progressively, I think it's a very beneficial thing because, not a lot of people care about us. We gotta care about ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those.
Who are the MCs that you checking for now? Like, who's Chris Rivers for checking on some just MC shit? Who you checking for?
Oh man, I love, my boys out there, YC the Cynic, you know what I'm saying? I love Nitty, you know what I'm saying? Bodega Bands is dope. Okay, I'm talking about people who ain't already pop, you know what I'm saying? Like Action, of course, is dope. Joey's already dope. Let me see, I got Chance the Rapper, fire. I know he's up there too, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are coming right now, you know what I'm saying? Got my boy Whispers, of course, heavily insane. Knight from Tough City, that whole movement. Like, there's a bunch of people coming out of here and a bunch of locations. I love lyrics, you know what I'm saying? My top 5 is like Most Def, Black Thought, my pops, Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas like, you know what I'm saying? So like I like lyricism and I like the art factor. So the people coming that's bringing that, like I always love and support that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Last question. If you had a superpower, any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Controlling gravity. Yeah, I don't even have to think about it. Yeah, I think about that shit every day. Yeah, I want to control gravity. And there's so many things I could do with it. I'm an astronomy buff. I even got a whole space tattoo. Like a whole galaxy, the whole universe, the Big Bang. Like I'm really into it. Gravity literally holds together and binds the entire universe. If you could control that, you could control everything. So I'm with that. There you go. That's the best question.
Hell yeah, no doubt. We got it, you know what I'm saying, live and direct. Chris Rivers, he about to go in there and just body Boogie Mics, you know what I'm saying? It's a special showcase. We happy to have him here, y'all. And you don't stop. Peace.
I gave you fair warning.
I gave you fair warning.
Beware. I gave you fair warning.
I gave you fair warning. Beware.
You niggas lack the faith. Slap your face and send you past the gates. Average pace is lightning fast, smite your ass to the affidavit. I simply lack the paces, crack the pavement, verbals heavy. Whack MCs get shattered, need barrel down. It's the First Amendment. My music ruthless, approved and boosted by new infusions. Who's the nooses, rivers is more than that, like a super mutant. Professor X, rep the X like his subordinates. Lord of this, force of him will make the call your coordinates. That's overhand. I pulverize, I hope you overstand. Off the top, I'm Nova high. Name one thing, I'm colder than Solar Man. I punish senses with pun intentions, no pun intended. Pun and punch and reverend, son of legend, so mama please. So I'm Hercules. Versus perfect, perfect, imperfect curses to further needs. Hurt the breeze, earth, wind, fire, slaughter, my elements is relevant. Better beware and feel like it's heaven sent. I gave you fair warning, beware. I gave you fair warning. Okay. Yo, you guys are pretty cool, man. I love y'all. Yo, before I get off the stage, I gotta hit y'all with a nice little acapella. That okay with you guys? That's okay? It's decent. Yo, my heart's incarcerated with bars that I jot on pages. The hardest artist, regardless, my verses are carbon plated. Sinister, six-spitted, diminishes 6 figures. Visions of gifted winners depicted as Chris Rivers. Over the act, but that ain't holding me back. The underdog's the fucking pit that grabs your throat and attacks. How potent is that? Never did a drug in my life, but I spit crack, so call me dope. When I bust in the mic, got nothing to lose. Spent my last bucks in these shoes. I love music, spit a verse and bust a nut in the booth. Fucking with truth, chubby boy chasing that cheese toast. Knocking nigga out, running his mouth, it's the East Coast. Planet Earth, pack of her spectacular, vernacular, ambassador, smashing you amateurs with Excalibur. King Arthur, fiend, hoarder, beat, water, beat, destroy. All I do is make music, drink water, ski daughters. Ha, and this kid is not well. Twirl alive grenades, sipping Molotov cocktails. Never been a moment in my life that was not hell, but I'm the greatest thing since the moment that my pops fell. Make some noise!